Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Calls his own number. Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. Past the 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, teams are always trying to find a way to establish momentum early. I don't know if you could do it better than that, though, David. Opening play of the game, you hand it off, he takes it the distance to score a touchdown.
And who says you have to pass the football to create big plays on the ground? Simple play, execution great. Talk about setting the tone for a football game. Consider the message delivered for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Paul.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's good. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Making side adjustments here. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Fires toward the target. He makes the catch. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
And the Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He's got the back in the middle. There he goes. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Got rid of it just in time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical 3rd down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback, and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Clemson jumps to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, that's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. 3rd down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, and picking up the first.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. They'll give it to the back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. It's a draw. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going right to work up top. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his tight end. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Here we go. Looking to throw for it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Using his feet to buy time. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Takes it the other way.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it for...
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking.
Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Past the sticks, and he may get more. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. The give on the option. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Clemson. Excellent pass by the back on the option. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but they've been in a dogfight so far and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Auburn. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Tight end now in motion. They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out quickly. Gets away from 1. He's got space. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Up on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Penn State. Once he got some room, it was over.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, in this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. The pull and throw off the RPO. Turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Clemson set up with another first down. Holds and fires complete to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Turner. Lets it fly. Complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Clemson is quick to the line. From the gun on 3rd down. He caught it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snags it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Tigers once backed up in the shadow of their own goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to let it go. He's got it along the sideline. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. The throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's good. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what, you can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half, when you got to have it. Execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Turner. Firing deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He fires to the left side. He's got it on the outside. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. To the air, it's Turner. Fires left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They punted away on 4th down. No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Working that left side now. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, trying to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Looking downfield on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Turner. It's complete to the left. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Texas is currently ahead early in this one in DKR, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 11 over Auburn. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fakes the grab on the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. Touchdown, Penn State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I'll of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Turner. Here comes the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Pulls and fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Zings it complete to the right. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. The 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Turner. Out of the backfield, he's open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. To the air on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
To the ground. He's got it again. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Finds a little space. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Scanning the field, it's Turner. Got his man out of the backfield. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. The defense sort of holds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the 2nd half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He wants to change this route. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. At the 20, he's got space. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. This defense forcing them to throw into tight windows. They need another stop on 3rd and long. Just keep swinging it. On target. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
3 plays, 3 sacks. Yes, please. As a defensive lineman, we are loving this. Getting pressure on the quarterback, a one-dimensional team. They're passing the football every single time. I'm just going to keep hunting the quarterback.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here.
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on their side. 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 1st down. A lot of defenders around on that screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Nittany Lions hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air, it's Turner. Hauls it in. Boom. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He's got it on the right. At the 45, on his way. There he goes. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
From the gun. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Back to pass, it's Turner. Unloads to the right. And that one's incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Wants to pass, the clock an enemy. Quick completion on the out route. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line. Last chance coming up. A shot toward the end zone. He knocked it away. Incomplete and saved the game as this one is over. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.